Oh hey, just hanging in my backyard, eating donuts. These aren't just ordinary donuts though. These are Polynesian donuts called Firi Firi. And if you want to know how to make them, then watch this video. Hello Minglaba and welcome back fellow food adventurers. Today our culinary adventures take us over to French Polynesia, or more specifically to the island of Tahiti, because we're making Firi Firi. Firi Firi are a special kind of donut, flavoured with coconut and usually eaten for breakfast with a strong cup of coffee. Locals usually buy it ready-made in packets of half a dozen donuts from the market. However, as our local market doesn't sell these, we will have to make these ourselves. Don't worry, because it's really easy. Let's begin with a list of ingredients. Plain flour, you will need 3 cups of this. Dried yeast, 1 teaspoon. Caster sugar, 1/4 cup's worth. Half a can of coconut milk. One teaspoon of vanilla essence. And half a cup of coconut water. So those were the list of ingredients. To start making the batter for the Firi Firi, we need to activate the dried yeast. You do this by dissolving a teaspoon of it in the coconut water, which must be lukewarm. This will help to wake them up. While the yeast are waking up and getting ready to do their business, add the flour, sugar, coconut milk, vanilla essence and the coconut water into a big mixing bowl. Then give the mixture a good stir until you achieve a thick, doughy consistency. When you finish mixing, cover the bowl with a damp cloth and leave for 2 hours. This will give the dough time to rise. After 2 hours, we can form the donuts. The dough is quite sticky, so make sure that you have plenty of flour handy to dust the board and your hands. Begin by taking a tangerine-sized piece of dough and rolling it to form a sausage shape. Then form the sausage-shaped dough into the number 8, which is the traditional shape that Tahitians make their Firi Firi. The 8 shape represents a long life and prosperity, which is why it's shaped like that. Actually, I just made that last bit up. I have no idea why Firi Firi is served in an 8 shape, but if any of you guys know, then leave it in the comments. I'd love to find out. When you've made your first Firi Firi, then place it on a tray topped with parchment paper, as the dough is still quite sticky and you don't want it to stick to the tray. Carry on with the same process until you have used up all your dough. You should be able to make about 8 to 10 Firi Firis with the measurements I've given you. We're going to cook these by frying in hot oil. You can test to see if your oil is hot enough by dropping a small piece of dough in the oil. If it rises straight away, then you're ready to start frying the donuts. Lay them gently into the pan. You may be able to cook about 2 Firi Firi donuts each time. They don't take much time, and after about a minute or 2 of cooking, they'll be ready to turn over. When cooked, rest them on top of kitchen paper in order to soak up any excess oil. The best temperature to eat Firi Firi is when they've cooled down slightly but still warm. Their texture is denser than American ring donuts, but they also have that wonderful taste and aroma of the coconut coming through. To serve, Put them on a large plate and they can be eaten on their own with some friends and coffee, or you can also give them a light dusting of sugar. Either way is delicious, so make sure that you try making these for yourself. Thank you for watching, fellow food adventurers. Hit the subscribe button and bell icon. Ciao, and see you next time.